When we just look into the 16th century, where Martin Luther was, that reformer of the church, that German guy, we can see another perspective, that Martin Luther was actually a courageous guy who tries to reform the church, who tries to change something in the society and bring some change into the society. And into the church, into the people's lives. But when we look into the details, what life those people in the 16th century were actually living, we can see something different. We can see that at that time in the 16th century, there was only the Roman Catholic influence, the Roman Catholic empire, and the Roman Catholic rule, and every single one at that 16th century had to be a Catholic, a Roman Catholic, or an Orthodox Catholic by force, and so that was really challenging to live a different life than to be just a Catholic, and Martin Luther was really a courageous guy who tried to change something, and he tried to speak about the truth that was revealed, uncovered to him by, I believe, by the Spirit of God, by the Spirit of Yeshua. But he was not that successful as he should be. And when I look into the details, how he tried to change the things, I see one thing. I see that he tried to change something, but that was not allowed to him to change it by the elite of the Roman Catholic, of the Roman Catholics, of the Roman Catholic rulers and elites and so on, and also I see another perspective that a German woman, a German girl, who was younger than him, actually was sent into his life, and I believe by Satan, for the purpose of controlling him, for the purpose of stopping his works, and he was forced to get married, and he was forced to be controlled by her, but to obey her, and that was really his mistake, that he did that he made, and this is one mistake that he made, and therefore he was not that successful, but and he was considered a very sick person, but he was actually not. He was very healthy. My name is Simon Paul. I ain't Martin Luther, and also Martin Luther was a Catholic, but he was brought up as a Catholic, as a Roman Catholic. I wasn't, but so that's different. What really touched my heart when I was studying in his life for some time, that was really amazing to see that he already at the 16th century tried to change something, but he was not successful. For he tried to change the church system, the Roman Catholic system, and bring the truth that was revealed to him into the system, which was aimless, which was not successful. For none of us can change the church system. None of us can change the Roman Catholic system, and for also there are many lies behind that, and Roman Catholic Church, or the Roman Catholic sect, the Roman Catholics, they have the same God like non-believers. They have the same God like others, and that was a false worldly God, and that which is Satan, which is Satan's spirit. Therefore, it's Satan's spirit behind the Roman Catholic influence, the Roman Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic teaching, the Roman Catholic doctrine, and so on. And that's it. And this is and everything coming from the Roman Catholic influence is wrong. It's evil, and therefore we cannot follow it. We cannot obey it. We cannot be. We cannot live it. We cannot think like that. Therefore, my name is Simon Paul, and I see that similarly, like Martin Luther, but differently. And also, I don't wanna reform the church. I don't wanna bring restoration or reformation into the church. I wanna bring the truthful teaching into the society, the truthful knowledge of the truthful and true God, Yeshua Ha'Mashiach, in Hebrew, the Yeshua Ha'Mashiach in English, in English pronunciation, so I wanna bring the truthful doctrine, the truthful knowledge of who the truthful God, the author of sky and earth, and of all inhabitants, of all peoples on this globe, living on this globe, and dwelling on this globe, on this earth. So this is different. And when I just compare my life with Martin Luther, there are many differences, but also there are many similar things that I have been going through, like Martin Luther, and those challenges that Martin Luther was going through, I am going through as well. So one of those things are for example forced marriage, forced or being forced to get married, and he was not married because he didn't get married because he wanted that. He was actually, in fact, he was doubtful about that, but all of a sudden, then he decided to get married, which is for me, which is weird, and that he got married, but he actually was doubtful about that, and he didn't want that. And therefore I see that behind that he was manipulated and controlled to get married, and then he actually got married, and he got married with a German girl who was much younger than him, and 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 he was forced to get married with her, to marry her, for she was also tried, and she was forced to control him, and and uh, and that was really challenging, and and she was controlled by elites to control him. So actually that girl who was sent into his life by Satan's spirit, by the elites, and that was really a control and manipulation for the purpose of stopping his works, for the purpose of stopping his agenda, and against the Roman Catholic influence, against the Roman Catholic doctrine, and actually the Roman Catholic elites. And those rulers of the Roman Catholic sect, they hated those words. Martin Luther, that Martin Luther brought into the society, that Martin Luther spoke about, and they hated those words. They for he brought up something very truthful, and that was revealed to him, but that was but not everything what he believed was truthful. He believed and trusted also many other lies that were not uncovered to him, that they are evil and they are lies. There were lies and they are lies. And as for me, I was also challenged, and I was going through a challenge concerning in the area of marriage, and for a forced marriage, and like Martin Luther was going through, and so actually I was also forced to get married, to marry a German woman, a German girl, and so but actually I didn't get married. I stopped that in advance. Basically, I ended up, and that was very close to the conclusion of that marriage, of that commitment of that marriage, and that was really 1 minute before 12. But or that was really tight. But I didn't succeed that process of marriage. I started something, and then I stopped it, and I said no, and therefore right now I'm successful to continue in that work that I'm doing right now, and to overcome those things that Martin Luther didn't change in the society. For if he changed that nowadays, it would be complete. It would have been completely different, but it is still not, and therefore it is necessary to change it in the society. It is necessary to not to reform that, but to change people's lives, to stop obeying those rules and lies that which are behind that, and and to obeying and to start obeying the truth that I'm speaking, that I'm teaching. So I'm that good. I wanna be the good example itself. I wanna show that by my own example itself, and and I don't wanna only speak about it, but I'm living in that. Actually, already I'm living in that. So therefore, uh, and also that's not also the end of persecution and oppression in my life. That's just the continuance of it. For I haven't given up at all. In at that time in the 16th century, there was nothing else than the Roman Catholic Church. Every single one had to be a Catholic, and by oppression, by force, and that was not good. That was manipulative. That was just a religion being forced for everyone, and therefore Martin Luther tried to reform the church, and that was just his effort, but that was not that goal, which was not that task from the Spirit of the Lord Yeshua Ha'Mashiach, but that was just his own effort. No, none of us can change the church. None of us can change the church system, the Roman Catholic system. For it is always bad, always wrong, always evil, and always Satan's spirit is behind that. And you might think that you worship and obey Jesus or Yeshua or God, but that's a false god. This is the worldly god. That's just the same kind of god like non-believers have, and that's the same like they have. So that's not different. Therefore, uh the change, or that effort that the Martin Luther tried to bring into the society and reform was not successful. And also he was forced to stop changing those things, to stop speaking about the truthful things. For Martin Luther had some knowledge about the truth, but he was not allowed to bring it into the society, to speak about it, to change it in the society. For the Roman Catholics, hated that, actually. The Roman Catholics and the elite of the Roman Catholics hated that, and therefore he was not allowed to change it. But right now I'm standing in the 21st century, and and imagine that I'm another Martin Luther, that German guy, but I'm not a Catholic. I'm somebody who is different, and who is really uh, who not tries to reform the church, who not tries to change the church, who not tries to change the Roman Catholic system, but resist that and ignoring that, and 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 then rather to change people's lives by teaching, by speaking about the truth, by living that truthful life, by example itself, by my own example itself, by living it, that by example, not by words only, not by some mask, but by truthful life, uncovered before the whole world, before every single one who who sees me, who observes me, and so on. So this is it, and so that's all what I wanted to share right now.